Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my unpopular opinion. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and like some videos and get a good laugh in because I like to make people laugh and stuff like that. I'm very silly. And just have a good time here. That's what we're here for. Like unpopular opinions and funny little banter. So I wasn't gonna do a video, but I saw a comment that said something like, "Oh, I love your videos and make more videos." And I'm like, you know what? Okay, the more y'all say make more videos, I'm like, I'll just make one. So again, this is going to be like my quicker way of making a video just by talking over this little pic collage, but it's going to be about most of the people in this picture. So, I don't even know where to start. I guess we can start with the queen, Nicki Minaj, per usual, and how Nicki Minaj just continues to win again. It's just crazy how Nicki prophesies. Like, I always say this, but it's just like she prophesied everything in her career, and like old songs, old things that she said always is relevant to her current life. Like her song Win Again, that is very relevant to right now. She just got off of her tour, grossing $108 million, which who knows, the number could even be higher than that. But a $108 million tour that she grossed, the highest selling female rap tour of all time. Just another record that she's broken and another barrier that she's broken for women in hip hop. Whether they like her or not, she is the trailblazer, blazing the way for all the women behind her. So, the tour, she just wrapped that up and it was extremely successful. I don't feel like enough celebration has been had about that. I don't feel like the blogs and YouTubers and TikTokers, they don't want to talk about the success of a black woman like Nicki Minaj because that is extremely successful, yet you guys only want to talk about negative things when it pertains to her. So that's how we know it's just whack and fake and just an agenda. But nevertheless, she gets to celebrate her additional win, which is, the completion of her successful tour. And then now the ghetto EBT awards, as we all like to call them, because they have become so low budget. Okay. They, we know, have shaded Nicki in the past during the hate train, and they've been trying to get on her good side ever since. And it's just crazy because Nicki always supported the EBT Awards. She always went. She always accepted their awards, and she always showed them love. And they shitted on her essentially. So, they just had the awards tonight, and Nicki won album of hip hop album of the year. I do believe it was. And she's the only female rapper to have ever won that. So that is just crazy to me, but it's kind of like bittersweet. It's like we're happy that she's getting that, as an additional accolade, but the source is coming from is so like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the things that they've done is just so whack towards her. But I love that they have no other choice but to acknowledge her impact, her success. And Pink Friday 2 was such a successful album. It definitely needed to win. So what's crazy is she was in the category with community cooch Megan, and she won, which is no surprise. But I thought they would have tried to do some little shady stuff, Jay-Z the Moose or Grandma Beyonce or anything like that. But apparently they didn't and couldn't with this award. So I'm happy that Nicki is getting the acknowledgement that she deserves. I hate that it has to come from such a whack source, but nevertheless, a win is a win, right? So Nicki wins again, and I'm happy for her. Also, let's get on here and segue to, I guess I can talk about Grandma Yonsei, speaking of her doing things behind the scenes. So they said that Grandma Yonsei lost another million followers. I I see this rhetoric online that's like, oh, well, you guys are just happy about that because she's a black woman that's successful. Da, 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 da. No, 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 no. Y'all don't do that to defend Nicki Minaj on Nicki Minaj's internet when they constantly attacking her, a black woman who's successful. It has nothing to do with her being black and successful. It has everything to do with her karma. And I'm talking about Grandma B. Everything to do with her karma. What go around come around. All the stuff all the stuff she's done, behind the scenes in the industry, stepping on people to get to where she's gotten. And of course, she is a hard worker. She's also very talented, but we can't negate the fact that Beyonce allegedly has played very dirty, like depths of the ocean dirty, okay? So that comes back to you at some point, and there's no amount of magic and spells and rituals that you can do because the law of this land that God created is that what you sow, you will reap. That's just how life is. That's just the cycle of it. And no amount of money and success can stop you from reaping. So I feel like that's what Beyonce is kind of going through right now. Is she still talented and iconic and a legend and all that good stuff? Absolutely. Black trailblazer, powerful black woman, all of that is great. But we cannot ignore the negative things to do, that pertain to Beyonce just because she's black and successful. Like, we can't do that. So, do we love her talent? Yes. Do we love her ways? No. And that's the problem. So, I think she needed this humbling, to be quite honest. And I know a lot of people are like, y'all just want her to be humbled. And no, it's really not that. But some people, I will be honest, in life, some people do become larger than life, right? And they start to feel like they're larger than life and larger than God and all this different stuff. And every now and again, we none of us are exempt from it. So I do think that she kind of needed this to wake up a little bit and get more in touch with reality and more in touch with, the fact that she has done some dirt, okay? And she has some repenting to do, all right? So Grandma Yonsei lost another million. Womp womp womp. That's so unfortunate. Also, let's talk about how community coach Megan, I think they said she was nominated 12 times at the Ghetto Awards, and she lost all 12 of her nominations. All 12. And this is the girl that y'all claim is just the big bad wolf right now. That y'all trying to put a battery in her back against Nicki, making her think she can compete with the queen with her blue out cooch. And this girl do all this big talk on her music and everything else, and she done lost all 12 nominations. Her tour did not sell out. They won't show her tour stats. It's like, oh my goodness. This Grandma Yonsei and Jay-Z the Moose. Y'all, I thought y'all were smarter than this to try to like put this facade, in front of Megan like she was that girl, and it's just not showing up. So Megan lost every single award. Also, in this picture of Megan, I don't know what's going on with her. I think she might be in her lesbian stud era. I don't know. She might need to call up Young Miami and they can bump cooches again like they had already done on Young Miami show. So let's segue to how Ghetto Rilla is outselling Megan. Her album she just dropped, people are liking it apparently, and they're saying that she might be aiming for the number 5 spot on the Billboard 200 chart. So I'm like, that's actually interesting. I don't really care for Ghetto Rilla that much, but I don't really dislike her either. But it's just like, mediocre at best as far as like the music and lyrics and stuff. But people are liking that ghetto shit these days, so whatever. But she's outselling her bestie Megan. It's like, how is she, like, she went on tour with her. She's supposed to be like her little flunky, sidekick right now, and the sidekick is outselling the main girl. So I don't know if that's gonna cause some tension or if community cooch lesbian Megan is going to get a little bit jealous because they're claiming that it's been trouble in paradise with community cooch Meg and botched pizza chin Cardi B. So I don't know because they were friends. Well, let's not use the word friends because they were never friends. They were allies. The difference is an ally is when you guys have a common enemy and you guys come together in goals, or with the idea of tearing down that common enemy, which was obviously Nicki Minaj. So, I don't know if the same thing will happen because it seems like there's been some distance between Pizza, Scream Mask, Cardi B, and Community Cooch Meg because of like whatever. Meg started feeling herself or becoming the more it girl when Cardi felt like it was her at a point in time. The payola it girl at least. And now Meg is the payola it girl. And then now Ghetto Rilla is just vibing out and she outselling both of them girls right now. So Ghetto Rilla might be, the next one getting that payola little push. So moving forward to Basset Hound Trina. Basset Hound fake no noise making Treen Treen. So apparently Trina got honored a little bit or whatever at the Ghetto Awards, and she did a performance, and she did it with the Porta Potty Carisha Piss Pot and Miss Pink Sniff Sniff, if y'all catch my drift. Miss Urinal. But she got up there and let her do the tribute. You know, at first I used to think like, Trina, why would you do something like that? Like, she just to me tarnishes her own legacy. But you know what? The more Basset Hound Trina comes out and speaks, the more incompetent I believe that she is. And I believe that Young Miami is very incompetent and illiterate. So I do feel like, you know what, this was probably a good tribute for her. This was a good person to do the song because you guys are actually equally yoked and kind of the same when you think about it. Uneducated, basset hounds, you know, get on their knees like dogs and, you know, get urinated on and everything else. So, you know, I feel like that's kind of fitting for her to do that. So y'all, this was just a quick little tea time. Like, I wasn't about to like get on here and talk too much, but let me know down in the comments what you think about this video. Nicki winning, Beyonce losing fans and losing followers, Ghetto Rilla on the rise, Basset Hound still trying to claw at somewhat of a career and legacy, Porta Potty Mouth trying to get out here to make people forget about her association to Diddy, and Community Coochie Megan and her recent failures. Okay, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, y'all. Bye bye.